All right, welcome back.
Welcome.
So we're talking about entanglement and attachment.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you say write a song, you must have a vision in mind of how you want the song to go.
When I write a song, not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
The song will usually just come to me, and I will just write it out how it's meant to be, and
Yep.
I don't have a vision for that. But once it's been written,
Yeah.
and it has an aesthetic,
Mm-hmm.
it has a vibe to it, I become attached to the sound that I have in my head for it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I'm not the one creating the music for it, I've
Yep.
only got the music in my head,
Yeah.
and I've got the vibe of the song in my head. When I bring it to you and we share it, it's difficult for me to let go of the original vibe and aesthetic I had for it in my head.
Got it.
And I'm a lot better at it now.
Yeah.
But in the past, I would find myself getting really anxious
Yeah.
about where a song was going, because it's like the song could be sounding amazing,
Yeah.
but I'm feeling like stressed because it's like that's not how it was meant to be.
Got it. Yeah.
I especially felt that way with my song Slipping.
Yeah.
I had a completely different idea of how the music was going to sound.
Yep.
And you took it in a different direction.
Yep.
And it's a perfect direction. That's one of my favorite songs that we've made now. But at the time, I was like, this is not it. Like, this is not what I heard in my head.
Got it.
And I even made us like scratch it and like start again.
Yes.
And we did something completely different. And
Yeah.
I was like, this also is not right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted a more acoustic sound. And then I just accepted that the other song was better that we were making.
Yep.
We went back to it and I just allowed it to be.
Yep.
And I realized that, whatever happens, like the world's not going to end. The song is going to get released and it's still a nice song.
Yeah.
And I just had to learn to not attach myself to it.
Yes.
I could love it and be connected to it, but not have an attachment to it.
Yeah. And so before you brought up something that was interesting, I want to go into that a little bit more. You said that the song's not coming from you. What do you mean by that?
The songs that I write, I feel like they are channeled.
Yep.
And I'm not someone who claims to be able to channel, you know what I mean?
Sure.
But I feel like they are channeled because, I mean, when I first started writing songs, I was not trying.
Yeah.
They all of a sudden, like, lyrics were pouring out of me, and a lot of the time they were connected to things that had happened in my life.
Uh-huh.
And it was almost became a way for me to like get over instances that had happened, things that I was still holding on to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't feel like I'm being like, oh, how can I perfectly write this line here?
Yeah.
I do that after the song's written and I'm like, oh, let's fix this up and make this perfect.
Yeah, do a little bit of editing, yeah.
Yeah, I can edit it after, but
Yep.
when the song is being written, it's more just like appearing. And it's already there. I just need to catch it. I need to I need to see it clearly.
Yes.
Like it's like a ghost and all I need to do is throw dust on it.
Got it. Yeah,
and
I
then
like
I can
that.
see it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah. It is a strange thing when an idea comes to you and it's like a rabbit running down a hole.
Yeah, and it's like, oh,
You got to chase it.
yeah.
And I remember there was a hearing story about a lady who would write poetry and she would sense a poem was coming towards her as she was out on the farm in the fields. And she said the poem was like a galloping horse coming towards her.
Oh, beautiful.
And she would have to quickly run up to the house and grab a pen and a pad and scribe it down as the horse ran through her.
That is so cool.
And she said on those special moments, if the horse had made it itself all the way through it before she'd got a pad and a pen, she could sometimes grab onto its tail and pull it back,
Oh my gosh.
and the poem would be written out backwards.
What?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So it is one of those funny things. Yeah, I've had a couple of moments where a melody has come like an intricate melody,
Yeah.
and it just like a download of information, instantaneous.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I feel like it's almost like when a ball comes at you and you start to grab at it, but then it bounces from hand to hand.
Right.
And you're trying to ground this ball, but it keeps bouncing around.
Yeah. A ping pong ball.
Yeah, yeah. And
They're
then
so hard to grab off the floor.
Yeah.
They're always like rolling around.
Yeah. And it's only when you finally grab it that you can go, oh yeah, I kind of make a bit of sense of this.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, those sometimes they come like that, and sometimes they come so easy that you don't think it's very good. Do you ever experience that?
Oh, totally. Pretty much all the time, especially because I don't have like the best, or haven't in the past had the best self-confidence.
Yeah.
So yeah, not being like self-assured in that way, a song would come and I would write it down and I'd be like, but this is stupid. I would think nothing of it. I wouldn't be like meditating and be like, oh, this song is coming to me and it's beautiful and wow, I just created a piece of art, and I'd be like, quickly write it down because that's all that's like in my mind. I feel like I have to, and then I just discard it. Yeah.
It's interesting that I know some of the songs that I've written that I kind of think that just kind of crap end up being the ones that everyone likes.
Right.
And then the ones that I think are really good, no one likes.
Yeah. That's actually really common. I've heard a lot of pop stars say that their songs that they wrote as a joke have been their most popular songs ever.
Yeah. I think the classic one that I heard was Motley Crue's Home Sweet Home.
Right.
And they said that they wrote it they thought it was like the worst song ever.
Yeah.
And it became the most played song on MTV,
wow.
I think, ever. And they would play it religiously every show.
Wow.
And it would be, I think, the like closing song or whatnot.
Wow.
Yeah.
And all these artists being like, I hate this song and I have to sing it every time I perform because it's my most popular song.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is an interesting thing, especially having to do with attachment, because we become attached to things that we think are special.
Yeah. When
other things that we don't think are very special, other people become attached to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you ever found that something that you think is really special, that you thought was really good, and then other things you thought, this is not so good, but other people seem to like it?
I don't know. I can't think of an example off the top of my head. I guess just some of my songs, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think probably one that probably everyone can relate to is when you look in the mirror, you go, that old chestnut.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, myself. Yeah. That's so true. That old chestnut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Just like my own appearance and like myself.
Yeah.
But then other people like love me. And I'm like, wait.
Yeah, they gush over you. Oh, it's blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Oh, my boyfriend will be like, you look so pretty. And I'm like, like you're lying. And he's like, no, I'm
stop
serious.
it.
You look
Stop
great.
it.
And it's like, no.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we forget that we become an attachment to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though we may not think we're that special.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then other people become attachments for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it may have really, I mean, and this is a shallow way to look at it, but it really most of the time has nothing to do with looks. You know, when you look at the way they appear, You might go, oh, wow, they're like really whatever. But that attachment is generally really, really shallow.
Yeah.
Really, really shallow.
It's more based on the satisfaction that you get from someone, like the feeling, rather than like what you think of them.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you have to have something to look at to get that feeling, you know?
Yeah.
So if someone's really pretty,
yeah,
you think, oh, I really love being around this person. That's the thought. But then the feeling is like that you're attracted to them, and that feels good.
Yeah. And yet we know that's a really shallow thing, but it's still really, really, it can be really full on.
And it's real.
And it's real.
Yeah.
It's really real.
It's shallow, but it's also real. It's just another real feeling.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like one of those really strong animal urges that you have, you know, whether it's going to the bathroom or getting something to eat or whatever it is. You go, oh, yeah, I can push it away. I can ignore it. But only for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until you go past that really discomfort, you know, that total discomfort.
Yeah.
You know, like you can fast.
Yeah.
And so you can push past that point of like, oh, I'm really hungry.
Yeah, you can kind of you can convince yourself that you're not attached to food or something.
Yeah.
You know, but you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is really my question, is that, you know, how do you become connected to everything? How can you connect with everything without having that attachment? Have you heard of Alyssa Liu?
No. Go on.
She just won gold at the Olympics.
Got it. Was
for
that
figure skating at the Winter Olympics.
Got it.
For figure skating. She's American.
Yep.
And her story is really interesting. She's actually the one who said in one of her interviews, I'm connected to everything, but I'm not attached to anything.
Yep.
Because she has a really interesting outlook on life, very spiritual. I don't know what work that she's done or what she's listened to, what she knows, but that's how she presents herself.
Got it.
She presents herself as free and just not attached.
Yes.
But enjoying life to its absolute fullest.
Yeah.
She was an amazing figure skater up until she was 16, and then she burnt out and quit the sport and went off and, you know, lived her life as a normal teenager, and then came back to the sport, which is very rare to do. In her 20s, I don't know how old she is now.
Yeah.
And then she won.
Amazing.
Gold, you know?
Amazing.
And I think that's just goes to show that you don't need to be the tortured artist.
Yeah. No, you certainly don't need to be the tortured artist. It makes for a good book. It
makes for a good book.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's torturous.
Yeah.
And
I really don't recommend it.
Yeah. I just find her story interesting. You know, she's saying things like, you know, she let go of winning and just wanted to enjoy.
Yeah.
And then she ended up winning anyway.
Yeah.
But then how do you not become attached to that feeling, regardless of, oh, I'm just doing it for the love of it now. You know, and then how do you go out onto the ice and perform all those difficult tricks without the fear of failing? Being like, even if I do fail, it's whatever, and truly feel that.
Yeah.
Because you do need to truly feel it. If you're just telling yourself, oh, I'm not afraid to fail and it's fine.
Yep.
But deep down, like, you'd love a success.
Yeah.
You'd love to win.
Yep. So I'll bring up something interesting, even though that this might seem a very weird thing to say, maybe very full-on thing to say. But, you know, like when you have a moment of ecstasy or orgasm, you might say, I can't get that unless I get stimulated.
Right.
Yeah. Physically stimulated. But that's not so.
Right.
Because you can still have a dream.
Yep.
Yeah. And then you can get as excited.
Yeah.
And then go, whoops.
Yeah.
So, but that's just a thought.
Yeah.
That's just a mental movie. It's not an actual physical stimulation. So then when you think about anything that you perceive, well, part of it might be physical stimulation, whether it's you're eating something or you're brushing up against something or whatever it is. But then there's also the mental stimulation of like how you think about it. You know,
Yeah.
like I remember when I was little, I would look at girls and I just couldn't see how I could ever be attracted.
Right.
Not that I was interested in boys either. I just wasn't interested in that
Yeah.
side of thing at all.
Uh-huh.
But once I got to being a teenager, then something switched on and then it just got stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
And it was like, damn, this is undeniable. I can't stop it.
Yeah.
And then that became something not pleasurable. That became something that was actually, after a while, a real burden, because then you're around certain people and you're like, yeah, just keeping these thoughts keep popping into my head and they're just not helpful and I just want them to stop.
Yeah.
And then at another stage of my life, all of that just literally died. And I was like, oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Now I don't have to be patting away those thoughts anymore. I can just be with people and it's cool.
Yeah.
But for those years of where it was like difficult,
Yeah.
it gets really difficult.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like being someone starving in a lolly shop.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, just can't stop looking at the lollies. Oh my goodness, so hungry. It's a terrible way to think of it, but yeah, it's kind of what it's like. Yeah, so to be, non-attached to anything but into everything is simply just it's the retraining of the thoughts that you have about what you're looking at.
Yeah.
To realize that, say, if you go somewhere and you're choosing which one is the best, to realize that they're all the best in their own unique way.
Right.
Yeah. Like, say if you go down and you want to pick out, I don't know, something that's relevant to you, what would that be? What would you go and buy?
Some clothes.
Clothes, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're buying something that you want to use for a particular event.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have some choices. Well, any of them will do. Yeah. But there may be one that you think, but I really feel me when I wear this.
Yeah.
And when I wear the other ones, I don't really quite feel like it's my identity.
Yeah.
It's not really me. Not really the right colour for me. Maybe not the right fit. Not the right whatever. But if you had to, any of them will do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, any of them will do.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I guess that comes back to like any experience is a good experience. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Any outcome will work. It just depends your outlook on that. Like if you label things as good or bad, then that was a bad experience if you're going to label it a bad experience.
Yeah, that's right.
But that's just a word.
Yeah. This was a successful night. This was a failure, or I got embarrassed, so therefore it was a failure.
Yeah.
Or people admired me, and so that was a success. Or people admired me, but I felt really uncomfortable, so therefore it was a failure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I wrote this song, everyone loves it, and I hate it, so therefore it's a failure.
Yeah.
I wrote this song, I love it, and everyone hates it, so I'm disappointed.
Mm-hmm. I guess the goal just always needs to be experience.
Yeah.
And you need to always preface any experience with that.
Yeah. And, to realize that some things are going to be dead ends.
Mm-hmm.
But you may need to go down those paths to realize, oh, yeah, that doesn't lead anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So have you written anything where you've become totally entangled or attached to something where you just can't let it go? And what happened? You ever had an experience?
Yeah, I've had songs that I've written or been in the midst of writing and just like stayed up the entire. There was one night where I literally did not go to sleep, and I just went into the next day without any sleep because I was just so caught up in the lyrics of this song and making it sound like I'd already written it, and then I was like trying to adjust it to make it sound perfect and like put it in a box and make it exactly the type of vibe that I wanted. And
so and what did you learn from it? What was the eventual outcome?
Well, the thing is, the song did end up better actually after I had done all that. So it was like, was it taught me a bad lesson because I after I did that, I did it a few more times.
Yeah.
But
did it always work or?
Like I always get a song to where I want it to be.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily change things because once I bring it to you, the song changes anyway.
Yeah.
You know, the song's going to evolve whether I put my hands on it or not.
Yep.
And by that, I mean, like, I feel like when the song is being written and I'm sort of channeling it, my hands aren't on it yet. I'm just putting it down.
Yeah.
And then after it's been written, I can either choose to just like leave it be or, like I said, put my hands all over it and try and fix it and move it around and, you know, do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas it could just be perfect.
Yes.
Already.
Yep. And have you ever had a piece of art that you thought, and then abandoned it or even deleted it?
Yeah, I've got lots of songs that I have completely unfinished and probably won't finish it.
Yeah.
But no, I've never deleted a song. No, I've never been like, this can't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep everything. Like I have songs from like high school that I've still got in my notes app that are really stupid, but I'll just keep it.
Yeah.
But that's also a form of attachment as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can be like a journal to see, you know, like where you're at. That's one thing I do find interesting is that because I've spent enough time on this planet where I've made peace with certain things, you know, I look back at them and go, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But then when I get someone from my past call me up out of the blue and I'm not prepared for it, it's like, oh, wow, a flood of feelings come back.
Yeah.
That I thought, wow, I thought I'd let them go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting to have markers along the way to go, yeah, am I still attached to that? Or is that gone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Old photos, I think, are pretty interesting like that. When I see old photos of myself when I was, say, in my 20s.
Yeah.
And I'll still kind of think I'm 20, even though I'm 52.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, like I'll look at younger people and go, oh, yeah, I'm just one of them. And then I look at an older person and I go, wow, man, you're really old. And then I realize they're younger than me and I go, huh. Damn.
Oh my
God. And then I'll look at other people and go, oh yeah, you look pretty young. And then I'll realize they're a little older than me.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, huh. Yeah, my judgment of age and time and my perspective of things like that,
off.
A bit off. Yeah, they're not so accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Well, it's difficult when there's a label for how old you are and what that means.
Yeah.
Compared to how you feel on the inside. And like those labels, we've just made those just to make things more simple.
Yeah.
But you know, what if age is just a number, you know, back to the old saying.
Yeah. Well, I think probably what it has to do with is an attachment to life and your length of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think we all like the idea of living forever. I think everyone likes that idea.
Do they? I don't agree with that, actually. I think a lot of people are like, no.
Well, only in the context that you don't want to completely disappear. Not that you want your body to stick around for eons, because let's face it, you know, if you had to be in this same body for the next, say, 20,000 years, I think somewhere along that timeline you would say, I want a different body.
Yeah, right.
I've done everything I can with this body. I think I'd like a different model.
Yeah.
I want to experience a different model.
Yeah.
But if I said, oh, you're going to blip out of existence and you will no longer to exist even consciously, you might go, oh, hang on. I don't know if I want to disappear completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's probably where a lot of people are at. Because we're more along the lines of being spiritual, then we kind of have the thought of, yeah, my body will drop, but my consciousness will keep going on. And so all the attachments that all the relationships I have with all the people I love, well, I like them to continue.
Yeah.
Because I don't want all the people I love to disappear, which is another form of attachment. Because then when you think of the person down the road that annoys you every time because their dog poops on your lawn and you tell them over and over, please, can you just pick up after your dog? And they go, yeah, but they never do it. I bet you don't like them as much as, say, your mum or your dad.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially not the dog, right? No. So there's another form of attachment. Yeah. So, yeah, we have attachments that sneak in. Yeah. Even though we think, I'm trying to remain completely neutral because, well, that dog might poop on my lawn tomorrow but might get hit by a bus later on the day and that might be the last poop I ever get to experience from that dog. And then maybe I might look back in years to come and go, oh, wasn't that much of a big deal. Poor dog got hit by a bus. So I used to have a really big attachment to writing songs.
Right.
But the attachment was that I wanted people to recognize that I was a good songwriter.
Right.
And so I'd get totally overwrought with songs not being good enough.
Yeah.
So I'd have this entanglement with actually my relationship with other people. And it wasn't so much about the song, but it was how the meaning that I put into my worth and how other people would see me. And then I began to realize that I had really strong entanglement with my friends, because the people that I really wanted to recognize that I was a good songwriter was my friends.
Oh, right.
And then I realized I'm just really writing songs for my friends in the hope that they can recognize that I'm a good songwriter.
Right. Oh.
Because I began to realize that really, if there's anyone that I'd like to make happy, it would be my friends.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Huh.
And so all the songs I ever wrote was for my friends.
No, but is that true though? Like, I feel like we all do things for ourselves though, you know? Like most of the time.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Like you were only thinking you were doing it.
I was only thinking that I was doing it for my friends.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But really what I was doing it was that I wanted a pat on the back.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And the people that I wanted the pat on the back from was actually my friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had an attachment to them or an entanglement. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, have you ever experienced anything like that?
For like wanting a pat on the back from someone.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the thing is with me is that for the longest time and probably still now, like I'm in a phase of my life where I have a very small group of people that I allow into my life.
Yeah.
And those people, it's not they're individuals that I enjoy spending time with.
Yeah.
But friendships is not something that I have an attachment issue to.
Got it.
I don't feel particularly attached to anyone apart from probably my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think that's probably a relief. But yeah, there's other things in my life that I feel attached to, like having good experiences of the past. I'm still attached to things from the past,
Got it.
which songwriting has helped
Yep.
let go of.
Yeah.
But yes, even songwriting is at this point now not something that I feel attached to.
Yeah.
Because it still comes quite easily to me.
Yeah.
Making art, making physical art, I feel attached to.
Aha. Okay. Tell me about that. Can you give me an example?
Just because I feel like I haven't quite figured it out for myself yet. I'm still exploring it.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get caught up in planning what I'm going to do and having this idea of what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Instead of just letting it flow.
Yeah.
And sort of come out of me.
Yeah.
Which it has. And the best elements of the art that I've created have come from moments of like no mind.
Yeah.
Of channeling.
Yeah.
To use that word again.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I do find that times where I'm like forcing.
Yeah.
Just because you want it to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And you'll have a fear that it's not going to be good unless you direct.
Yeah.
Unless you direct it.
Yeah.
Yourself.
So what would be, say, there must be indicators of like it must look a particular way in order for you to go, yep, that's awesome. Yeah. Or no, it's no good, I don't like it.
Yeah, I guess just composition and color, just like overall aesthetic appeal.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that I try and control the most.
Yeah.
And it works to an extent, but honestly, like the best art always comes from when you're just channeling it and like coming from a place of no mind.
Yeah.
And you're just letting yourself do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've created a piece of art before, just an acrylic painting.
Yep.
And I did it just from channeling and feeling rather than thinking. And it was beautiful. And then I was like, this is great. I want to create more of them. And then the next one I made, it was really bad. And you could tell it was just it was so structured. It was the same piece of art, just a different color, but it just did not have the same movement and vitality that the first art had.
Fascinating.
Because the second one, I was like, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
Rather than just letting it happen again.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. Like how do you not become attached? Or how can you create the same art over and over again in different ways without sort of having that attachment that squanders the essence of the art, you know?
Yeah. So I remember it's funny that you said that because when I was young, like just a little boy, I used to do a lot of art. I used to do a lot of drawing, a lot of painting. And then after a while I was like, yeah, I've done this. And so then I moved on to music.
Right.
And I didn't care to do art anymore.
Yeah.
And my markers about what was good and what was not all came from opinions about other people's art. You know, I'd look at certain things and I'd go, oh, yeah, that looks nice. And then other things I'd go, oh, that's yuck. And so then I became really hung up on, I know if I'm going to make something, it needs to be the culmination of all the things that I've seen that I think look amazing. But I couldn't bear it even for a moment if it ended up looking anything like something I dissed. Yeah. And then that became the same thing with music. You know, as you do, you turn on the radio, or maybe not the radio anymore, you turn on something else, YouTube or Spotify, and you listen to songs, and you might go, oh, this song, I hate this song. It's the worst song. And then you don't really think much of it other than you diss it. And then when you go to make one of your own songs, there's that marker of, okay, make sure you write a song, but it can't be like the song that you did.
It's got to be at least better than this song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll feel like I failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the interesting thing is that once you've written a song, it will tell you what it wants. So then, in a lot of ways, you don't really have a massive amount of control over it.
Yeah.
You got to allow it to be. Otherwise, you end up wrestling it to the ground and killing it in the
yeah
in the moment of trying to get it to the ground. Yeah. So is that something that you experience with your art,
with like trying to control it?
Yeah.
Only occasionally.
Yeah.
I think yeah, not all the time, but sometimes, you know, you want to make it a certain way. But it's always, I guess I've just come to realize for myself, it's always better to just do the first thing that comes to mind.
Yep.
You know, without trying to control it. And even if that final product ends up, in your opinion, bad, it's not
that doesn't make it bad.
It doesn't make it objectively bad.
Yeah.
It's subjective to you that it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, so just make a bad piece of art then. Like the first hand move in terms of painting.
Yeah.
Like do the first hand movement that comes. Don't try and like do it slowly and control it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're doing a portrait or something that's it has to be very fine.
Needs to be that
but
way,
for
right?
me, for my art,
not
that I even work really in acrylics. I do like collaging.
Yeah.
But just, you know, put the glue on it and stick it down. Like don't, or in terms of collaging, like just do it. Just stick it on.
Yeah, got it.
Don't try and like shift it and adjust it, and don't think about the colors too much and this green doesn't match with the piece of magazine that I cut out from this. Just stick it on, whatever.
Yeah.
Like if it's shit in your opinion, then just let it be. Whatever.
Yeah.
Who cares? Honestly.
So
who cares?
Yeah. It's the joy of doing it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So I can say yes. Obviously, I do get attached, and like with making music, like that example I gave before, I do get attached. But I always come back to who cares.
Yeah.
Not me at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah. You're probably not going to be listening to it obsessively.
Yeah.
Once it's out, it's out.
Yeah, and I'll make another one, and that can be terrible too.
Yeah.
And then I'll make another one, but you keep on moving on.
Yeah.
You know, and if you're living in the present, then really, once again, it doesn't matter, because if you're enjoying the art that you're making in the moment, because you're not controlling it, because the controlling is like painful and it's aggressive and it like it's stifling. But if you're not trying to control it and just being present, then it's fun.
So how would you, if you know, say if someone was listening in and going, I'm really struggling with this, what would you suggest?
Like I would just suggest like do exactly, well, like just try and turn off your mind. And I know that's like, oh yeah, sure, I just flip the switch. But honestly, like stop trying to adjust your artwork to the image that you have in your head, or the image of the other person's artwork that you're comparing yourself to. Because everyone does that. Everyone's always got, it's got to be similar to this. I really want it to kind of have this vibe right here that person has there. Just forget about that, and whatever comes out, and don't feel like, you know, it needs to be the best thing you've ever created. The best thing you've ever created will come from when you're not trying to create the best thing you've ever created.
Yeah, yep.
And that's what we spoke about before. All those artists that have created, this song that they hate, and then it's been been their most popular. Be prolific.
Yeah.
And just make a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also difficult when, you're trying to earn money off.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's another element there of trying to survive.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah, that is an interesting one.
Yeah, because that's also, but you're letting that need for money get in the way of your intuition then. If you're like, if you've got this desperation to, this has to be good so I can earn the money, and well, then your artwork is going to say, I need money. It's not going to say sitting in a garden on a swing. You know what I mean?
It's going to be swinging over, looking at the money pit. And thinking, where's all the money?
It's not going to give peace. It's going to give desperation. Okay, we don't give desperate here.
Yeah. And that desperation could make a lovely piece of art as well.
Exactly. So maybe you should just lean into your lean into the feeling. Once again, feelings, not thoughts. Lean into the feeling. If you're feeling desperate for money, then just lean into that feeling of desperation. Really feel it to its extreme, and then just like make a piece of art about it. Yeah. But don't think, I need money. I need money, like constantly, whilst you're like, or it needs to look like this. It needs to look like this.
Yeah.
Just be desperate.
Yeah.
Be desperate and be proud about it.
Do you ever, like when you're making art, do you ever, I know this might sound a bit weird, but do you ever, concentrate on other different parts of your body instead of your mind when you're making something? Like the feeling that you're getting in your hands, or the vibration of your voice, or...
That's interesting. I don't know if I've ever thought... Oh, no, I have. Like, I've never thought about it, but I guess that does occur, especially with the medium of, like, that I'm working in, like the collaging. I work with glue and stuff. Like, I am thinking about my hands because the glue is on your fingers, and if I'm not wearing gloves, I can feel the glue. Yeah. And it's like slippery. So I'm thinking about my hands. Yeah. That's the great thing about art, is usually you're not even, unless you're trying to control it once again. And control the outcome of what you're making. Yeah. Then you're not in your head. You're somewhere else in your body. But I've never actually been like, today I'm going to sit down and focus on my ankle whilst I do this artwork.
Yeah, the reason why I bring it up is that what I've learned from doing that practice is that if your breathing is nice and deep, then your mind will have an easier time switching off.
Yeah, that's so true. And I only know that because that's the only way I get to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Or say if you go for a walk in the rain on a really hot day, each droplet feels like, oh, wow, that's really nice and refreshing. Yeah. Yeah. And so it's taking you out of the constantly thinking of the agitations. Yeah. And then experiencing something quite nice. Yeah. I know when I write songs, what will constantly keep appearing in my mind is, this is crap, this is crap, this is crap.
You have to like fend off.
Yeah. And then after a while, after saying that for a couple of hours, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, because it's exhausting.
I can't do this anymore. It's like...
Yeah, you've just spent the last hour not making art. You've just spent the last hour hating on yourself.
Yeah, exactly. It's like listening to a nagging child. Oh, my goodness. Will you just stop? Yeah. Shut up. Yeah. But what I've learned now is that when I songwrite, I'll just connect to the feeling of the strings under my fingers. Yeah. Or I'll feel the vibrations in my throat. And I'll really connect to that until I can feel how nice it actually feels. Yeah. To actually feel that. Yeah. Much like when you've gone to the gym and you feel like a little burn in your muscles, you can go, that actually, even though it's a little irritating, actually can feel quite nice.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, yeah, it's like a nice discomfort.
Yeah. Well, you also know that you're doing something good for your body. It's like having a disgusting green smoothie drink. You know, it's gross, but the amount of gross things that I've consumed, but I've like loved consuming it because it's like, this is going to heal me.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is another interesting thing. Yeah, connecting to those things that you may even be a bit repulsed by,
Yeah.
but going, all right, I'm just going to relax into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then really no big deal. Things don't have to be always pleasurable, you know, like totally pleasurable.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to feel like I'm constantly sitting on the couch. And the other thing of that, I guess, is that even if you were just to sit on the couch, after a while the couch gets uncomfortable.
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you need a softer couch.
Yeah.
Which is comparison.
Mm.
Yeah. So I think the thing about attachment or entanglement,
Yeah.
which is the opposite to that, which is non-attachment
Yeah.
and, yeah, not being entangled by something, is essentially the same as being entangled by something or being attached to something, because it's the same game.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, non-attachment is the same as attachment?
Yeah, well, you think of it a little bit like this. If you're really enjoying something, when it goes away, you'll really not enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're totally entangled with something, what you want is not being entangled by it. Or when you're really attached to something, you really don't want to be attached to it, which is the same as enjoying something and not enjoying something.
Right.
Because when you're not attached to something, you go, ah, what a relief.
And you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
So wait, you're attached to not being attached?
Uh-huh.
What? That's, yeah. Wow, okay.
Yeah, just to flip it over again.
Yeah. I mean, that's confusing.
Uh-huh. And the reason why that's good is because being in a state of confusion helps you to understand, I really have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I guess that's the conclusion you always come to. I always come to that conclusion. But then I'm like, no, there's got to be an answer, you know?
Yeah.
You know, like a parigraha is one of the part of the 8 limbs of yoga.
Yep.
It's one of the yamas or niyamas. It's one of them anyway.
Uh-huh.
And so it's like an actual lesson that's there. It's part of like if there is a rule book to yoga, you know, someone had to write it.
Yeah, sure.
Someone had to give something labels so people could learn it and understand.
Yeah.
But it's there, and it's the lesson is like to not be attached, to not cling.
Yeah. To be attached to non-attachment.
Yeah. So what is it, just there to confuse me? Or is like there's an actual answer?
Well, what's the opposite to answer?
What? I don't even know.
No answer.
No answer, right? Okay, it's pretty simple.
So, yeah, if you get an answer, is that really the answer or is that no answer? But essentially what it is this. You know when you have a burning question?
Yeah.
Well, all questions are stupid. And the only reason why we have answers is to shut up the stupid question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Clicking? It's clicking.
So even if you do get an answer,
doesn't mean that the answer is real.
It actually doesn't matter what the answer is.
Yeah.
You could ask a really in-depth question and I could say banana splits and that would be the answer to everything.
Banana splits.
And as long as that shuts up your question,
yeah,
problem solved, right?
Yeah, but is banana splits really going to shut up my question?
I don't know. Depends how much you are attached to it.
Ah, true. Touche.
Yeah. So,
Does that just come back to we're all going to die at the end of the day, so who cares? Like, is that what you're saying?
well, see, even when you die, that doesn't mean that answers will, like your questions and the need for answers will stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you may continue on.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But the way
But what's the, sorry to cut you off,
yeah,
but
no,
like,
go. It's just getting good now.
what's the point of, what's the point of continuing on if you have no questions left to answer? Like, if you have no questions, if I had no questions left.
Yeah, if you had no questions left, yeah.
And I actually was attached to nothing.
Yeah.
And I gave no fucks.
Yeah.
Then, like, what's the point of going on? You know, we live for these answers.
Because it's just play. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just play. Yeah, it's just fun. We're just here having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, when you die,
yeah.
you know, if you've passed away and you have no questions left, like you've got none of that karma left.
Yeah.
Then are you going to, is your soul going to continue on, or do you actually die, like you're fully dead?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you'll have to find that one out for yourself.
Oh.
Yeah. But
that's years away.
Millions. But the thing is does that matter right at this moment? No. And what's the only thing that you have?
The present moment.
The present moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you may have questions, right? But they may not be relevant.
Yeah.
And so in a lot of ways, whatever the answer is to an irrelevant question probably doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you can't stop thinking about it. And then you really just need to either drop the question or you need to search for an answer, which will probably end up being a dead end anyway.
Yeah.
Because it will stop the questioning.
Yeah.
And that will be the end of the question.
Right. When I think of this conversation and like the questions and answers, I just think of like a circle or like a spiral, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's no stop. Because there is no true answer. You know, it's just I just keep on thinking of circles and spirals. Like,
yeah,
it's all I see when we have this conversation.
Yes.
It's just going round. Because I feel my mind like trying to cling on to something.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's like, no, but that's not the answer.
Yeah. And
we're going around and around.
Yeah.
Because if there's no answer, then there's no answer. And if you're attached, then don't be attached. But if you're not attached, then you're attached. And it's just goes on.
Yes. Yep. But if you look at the nature of everything in the universe, it's all spirals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything is spiraling. You've got one on the back of your head. It's your hairline.
Yeah.
Spirals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you get excited, the spiral might go up. You might get higher and higher and higher. And then when you get depressed, it spiral down. Yeah. But probably what you're looking for is to spiral, but in a balanced way.
Yeah.
To go around in circles. And enjoy the circle as it passes through, each corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pity the poor listener who's listening to this and going, all right, I've had enough. Can't stand this any longer.
I don't think anyone's listening anymore.
Well, if you still are, congratulations. You've done really well.
You've made it to the end of this episode.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks, listener.
Yeah, it's been a great chat.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I actually learnt a lot about myself just explaining my feelings towards doing art and at the end of the day not caring.
Yeah.
And I feel really like grounded in that idea now because I fluctuate from caring and not caring, but I don't know, just talking about it, I feel like, definitely choose not to care.
Yeah, choose not to care. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're going to care, well, that's all right too. So it's totally fine to care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
sexy indifference is sexy. And we'll leave it on that note.
Awesome. Well, till next time.
Yep. See you, Matt.
See ya.